Master your credit card. Boost score and avoid debt. Did you know that the average American has 4 credit cards? But a staggering number of them don't understand their credit card statements? This confusion can lead to debt spirals and financial woes. Today, we're unraveling the mysteries of your credit card bill, covering crucial terms, and addressing common misconceptions. Let's dive into a world where credit cards become tools for financial empowerment, not traps for debt. Understanding your credit card statement. When you first glance at your credit card bill, it might seem like a maze of numbers and terms. Let's simplify this. There are 2 dates you should immediately spot: the statement opening date and the statement closing date. These mark the beginning and end of your billing cycle, typically lasting between 28 to 31 days. During this cycle, your purchases, returns, and payments are logged. Billing cycle and statement balance. The statement closing date is pivotal. It's when your card issuer totals your transactions to give you the statement balance, the amount you owe for that cycle. Any purchases made after this date roll over to the next billing cycle. For instance, let's say your statement opens on November 29th and closes on December 28th. All transactions within this period will appear on your current bill. If you make a purchase on December 29th, it counts towards your next statement. Current balance versus statement balance. It's crucial to understand the difference between your current balance and statement balance. The former is a real-time snapshot of your owing, while the latter is a record of your transactions for the billing cycle. For example, if your statement balance is $500 and you buy a $50 jacket after the closing date, your current balance would be $550, but your statement balance remains $500. Making payments the right way. You must pay your statement balance in full by the payment due date, which is typically at least 21 days after the statement closing date. Doing this helps you avoid interest charges. For example, if your billing cycle ends on December 28th, you might have until January 25th to clear the balance. This period is known as the grace period. Avoiding the interest. To steer clear of interest, always pay the full statement balance within the grace period. Many believe carrying a balance improves credit scores. This is a myth. Paying in full and on time is the best strategy for credit health. Maximizing credit utilization. An often overlooked aspect of credit card management is credit utilization, a key player in your credit score. It's the ratio of your statement balance to your credit limit. For a healthy credit score, aim to keep this ratio below 30%. However, the golden rule is to stay under 10%. Let's say you have a credit limit of $5,000. Keeping your balance under $500 optimizes your credit score. Pro tip: lower your utilization. One savvy way to lower your utilization is to make multiple payments throughout the billing cycle. This keeps your balance consistently low, positively impacting your credit score. For example, if you have a $300 balance on a $1,000 limit card, paying off $150 mid-cycle drops your utilization from 30% to 15%. Understanding payment due dates. The payment due date is often misunderstood. It's crucial to know that this date is static, it's the same each month, unlike the fluctuating statement closing date. Missing this date can lead to late fees and credit score damage. Tip: set up autopay. To avoid missing payments, set up autopay for at least the minimum amount due. This ensures you're never late. However, always strive to pay the full statement balance, not just the minimum, to avoid interest. The minimum payment trap. Many fall into the trap of paying only the minimum payment. While this keeps your account in good standing, it leads to accruing interest on the remaining balance. For instance, if your statement balance is $1,000 and the minimum payment is $25, paying just the minimum means you're carrying $975, which will accumulate interest. Pro tip: beyond the minimum. If you can't pay the full balance, aim to pay more than the minimum. This reduces the interest accrued and helps clear your debt faster. Even an extra $50 can make a significant difference over time. If you're finding this information helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more insightful tips on managing your finances. Hit that subscribe button and join our community for regular updates. Navigating APR, annual percentage rate. Understanding APR, annual percentage rate, is critical for credit card users. It represents the annual interest rate charged on your balance. However, if you're paying your statement balance in full each month, the APR becomes irrelevant. You won't be paying any interest. For instance, Whether your card has an APR of 20% or 30%, it doesn't impact you unless you carry a balance. Pro tip: avoiding high APR. Be wary of cards with high APRs, especially if you're prone to carrying a balance. Consider cards with lower interest rates to minimize potential interest charges. Always read the fine print before applying for a card. The role of credit limit. Your credit limit is the maximum amount your card issuer allows you to borrow. It's vital not just for spending power, but for maintaining low credit utilization, as discussed earlier. For example, if you have a $10,000 limit, keeping your spending under $3,000, 30% utilization, is prudent for credit health. Pro tip: requesting a credit limit increase. If you've been a responsible user, consider requesting a credit limit increase. This can lower your credit utilization ratio, thus improving your credit score. However, this should not be an excuse to increase spending. Avoiding credit card debt. Credit card debt can be a slippery slope due to high interest rates and compound interest. Avoid it by not spending more than you can afford to pay back. Treat your credit card like a debit card. If you don't have the money in your bank account, don't charge it on your credit card. Pro tip: building an emergency fund. Start building an emergency fund to cover unexpected expenses. This prevents the need to rely on credit cards in a pinch, shielding you from potential debt. Managing missed payments. If you miss a payment, it's not the end of the world, but it's crucial to act fast. A payment more than 30 days late can hurt your credit score significantly. Immediately make at least the minimum payment to stop your account from being marked as delinquent. Pro tip: damage control. In case of a missed payment, call your credit card company. Sometimes, they may waive the late fee or help you structure a repayment plan, especially if you've been a good customer. Leveraging credit cards for benefits. Credit cards aren't just borrowing tools. They can be powerful allies in managing finances and reaping rewards. Choose cards that offer cashback, travel rewards, or other benefits that align with your spending habits. For instance, if you travel frequently, a card offering travel points and no foreign transaction fees is a smart choice. Pro tip: optimize rewards. To maximize rewards, use your credit card for regular purchases and bills, but remember to pay off the balance in full each billing cycle. This strategy earns you rewards without incurring interest. Understanding introductory offers. Many cards offer introductory 0% APR periods. These can be useful for large purchases or transferring balances from high-interest cards. However, ensure you have a plan to pay off the balance before the introductory period ends, as the standard APR will apply afterward. Pro tip: smart use of intro offers. Use intro offers strategically. If you're planning a big purchase, such an offer can provide a temporary interest-free loan. Just be sure to clear the balance before the regular APR kicks in. The impact of closing a credit card. Closing a credit card can affect your credit score by affecting your credit utilization percentage and the average age of your accounts. Only consider closing a card if it has high fees or if you're struggling to manage multiple accounts responsibly. Pro tip: keeping old cards active. Keep your oldest credit card open, as it helps lengthen your credit history. If it's not your primary card, use it occasionally for small purchases to keep it active. Handling credit card fraud. Credit card fraud is a real threat. Regularly monitor your statements for any unauthorized transactions. Most credit cards offer zero liability policies for fraudulent charges, but you need to report them promptly. Pro tip: stay vigilant. Set up alerts for large transactions or foreign purchases. This real-time monitoring can help you catch any unauthorized activity quickly. Final tips for credit card mastery. Always read the fine print. Understand the terms and conditions of your credit card. Pay more than the minimum. If you can't pay in full, pay as much as possible to reduce interest. Use budgeting tools. Track your spending to avoid overspending on your credit card. Managing credit cards wisely can lead to financial freedom and rewards. By understanding and utilizing the tips shared in this video series, you're on your way to becoming a credit card guru. Don't forget to subscribe for more insightful content on personal finance, and share this video with friends who might benefit from these tips. Your support helps us continue providing valuable financial guidance.